how do I get my foot in, build goodwill with clients?
You start with doing something for free.
When you cold call the people, what do you literally say?
I don't actually pick up a phone and call. It starts with finding out my niche. Is there a need for this that I like shoot? I'm trying to figure out what would cause you to write me a check.
Exactly how much no's do you get doing this?
This is going to offend some people. I have lost hours and hours of time because of this simple clause in an agreement.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Bitrate podcast, where a novice and a professional have a conversation about videography, photography, content creation, everything in between. And this time we are focusing on the business side of things, the client stuff, the real meat and potatoes, the sauce, because I really want to know how to get into this stuff. And he has at least some of the behind the scenes secrets. So we're not gonna waste a lot of time. But before we jump into that, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. We are trying to grow, trying to build, trying to get more people involved into this. So, clients, how do you approach reaching out to clients? Let's start with the very beginning. How is it that you reach out to the clients that you have? How you reach out to your clients?
All right, so I'll start with the beginning. I'm fairly new as a production company, right? And so even right now, I'm not fully clienteled out. Meaning I have room. I have room for growth in terms of, workload. But I think, so I'm still kind of learning it, right? I have no formal marketing training. I have no, and I think I like that we're talking about this, because as videographers or cinematographers or photographers or any kind of creative, we typically, not always, but we typically suck at the business part.
Right.
So
I would agree.
So the marketing part, the getting the clients part, all of the business, the do's and don'ts regarding running a business is a little bit lacking in our case. Which is why I think most companies, most clients tend towards hiring a marketing agency.
Right.
Or a creative agency, because the creative agency kind of has the business thing down, and they just hire the contracted creators.
Right.
So with that being said, I am working on the business side of things. Almost all of my clients are direct to clients, meaning there's no agency in between, right? So I don't have a marketing agency representing me or calling me most of the times. That being said, it's not that I don't want to. I just, honestly, I haven't approached any marketing agencies. I've just approached the clients directly, right? And I don't know if there's any wrong or right way to do that. I don't even know if that's the right way to do it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But again, I have no formal training or education.
So before we start on your process, do you think it's necessary for people to have formal marketing training if they're going to be a creative or a videographer?
I'm gonna say it depends. I know people hate that.
Yeah, that's not very satisfying.
But here's the thing. For me, I'm learning everything as I go. I'm learning from creatives on YouTube. I'm learning from business owners on YouTube. I'm learning from podcasts like these. I'm learning from people I get around in the industry who are working, and I have a couple of guys who are ahead of me. And so I will touch base with them. Hey, what do you think about this? How do you do this? How do you price for that? All that kind of stuff. So, this mic just fell. I was wondering why I'm getting lower. And so I am, if you guys are trying to figure out how to get all this stuff, I am a self-taught, and self-taught is a weird word because I can't necessarily teach myself. anything because I have to learn from somebody, whether that somebody's on YouTube or in person or whatever it is. So that's what I mean by self-taught.
Yeah.
I kind of have to bounce. I'm getting more and more information from the people around me who are ahead of me. So I'm still sort of a work in progress. But the business of getting clients for me, it starts with finding out kind of finding out my niche, like what am I good at shooting, right? And then this is sort of what I'm good at shooting and what I like shooting.
Yeah.
What would I prefer to be shooting? And then asking myself the question, which is important, it's very important to ask this particular question, is there a need for this that I like shooting? This niche that I like shooting?
Yeah.
Is there a need for it in the marketplace, right? Because if I like it and nobody cares about it, then who gives a crap?
Right.
Right? You're not going to make no money. But if there's a need for it, if somebody is willing to pay for this, if people are willing to pay for this, and I'm good at it and I like doing it, who are the people who would pay for it?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So do you sit down, because I'm trying to get some specifics as someone beginning to survey the land. Do I sit down with a pen and paper and say, who are the companies that I see myself working with? Do you actually make a list?
Yeah.
So you sit down and write them down or type them out?
So it's whether you're digital or analog, you write it down. I sort of scope out places from Instagram. Instagram is a great place for me in terms of finding potential businesses, right? In my market in Jamaica, typically most of the biggest companies will have some contract with a marketing agency.
Okay.
So if they want some piece of media, podcast, video, whatever it is, they'll typically go to the marketing agency, the creative agency first, right? And say, hey, we need this shot. Then they start whatever the process they go through. But for me, I realize most medium-sized and smaller businesses don't have the budget for a creative agency.
Gotcha.
And so me being a small production company, directly dealing with them, that kind of fits more in their budget.
Okay.
Right? So then now I'm thinking, all right, so now I know sort of the size companies that can afford my services. And obviously I don't mind scaling up to bigger companies, and I don't mind, because I do have a couple of creative agencies that call me for jobs. But I'd say 90% of my income comes directly from the company, and most of them are medium-sized, smallish to medium-sized companies. There are smaller businesses that reach out to me and they're like, hey, can you do this? And sometimes the budget kind of scares them away, because when they hear a couple $100,000 there for a day or two of shooting, they're like, there's no way we can do that.
Right.
And so if you pay attention to the smallest companies and the content that they produce, you will see that the content, and I'm definitely not knocking beginner videographers, because kind of that's where all of us start. Start
for sure
with maybe one camera and maybe a ring light or a panel light or whatever it is, but we start with what we can afford, and we start working with the companies that can afford us as beginners, right? And so I have kind of progressed past the beginner stage. I am somewhere in the middle of a medium-sized, smallish to medium-sized production company, and so I can handle medium-sized projects, right? I have the capacity for growth. I have the skill set and the mindset for growth, but we're working our way there, right?
So for those persons listening at home, or if you're listening audio or you're watching us, just to recap, sit down, make a list of all the companies that you might want to work with. Then to whittle down your list, you're looking at companies of a particular size, because you are small, you're just starting out. You're looking at companies that might be able to afford you, or you're more likely to be able to get a foot in the door, because the bigger ones are usually working with agencies that you might not be able to crack into. So hopefully you guys are following far.
Not in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because and I don't want to necessarily. I guess I can talk about bigger companies because I mean they're public companies and so on. But let's think about like the big banks, Social Bank, NCB, for example. If I were, or let's say, in the beginning stages, if I were to approach them and say, hey, I'm a videographer, and if you guys need video, I can do stuff for you guys.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that I can go to NCB right now with a little phone rig I'm have?
No. This is an example.
Oh, okay.
If I were to do that, NCB Scotia would look at me and say, "Where you go?"
Yeah, exactly. I was because
and I'm not even I'm not knocking them, and who knows, they probably do work with some of these beginner people. I don't even know.
Come.
Right? Yeah. If you NCB or Scotia, this guy he's open to talking to you. So the point I wanted to make is this: if I wanted to build a career doing this,
yes,
I think, and I could be wrong, I think the best way to start is with what you have, like we've spoken about in previous episodes. You start with your phone, progress to whatever camera, beginner camera you can afford, a consumer type camera, progress, and you take it from there, and then you improve your audio, you improve your lighting, and so on. We've spoken about that. But as it relates to the client side of things.
So you've whittled down your clients.
As it relates to the client side of things, how I started was I kind of started doing things for free.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a controversial take. There's some persons that I've heard from that, or I just look at things in the world, and there's some persons that are strongly against doing work for free.
Yeah.
There's some persons who feel they're being taken advantage of. I know you guys are salivating to hear about how he actually reaches out, but I really want to touch on this. How do I get my foot in, build goodwill with clients, without coming across as I'm gonna price you out the window, but also respect my
time and commitment and
exactly effort. How do I manage?
So that's why I said you start with doing something for free.
Okay.
Here's why. If you go to a small business, let's say a business you know or you feel could afford you, and you feel like they have a need for your services. How I approach, I'm a direct, like I said, a direct to client type of person, and I'm trying to figure out what would cause you to write me a check. You're going to I'm this weird guy you don't know from nowhere. If you get a referral from me, great, but you don't know me from anywhere. What proof do I have that I can do a quality piece of content for you? Like, what proof do I have?
Are you asking? You're actually asking?
What proof would you have?
I suppose the social proof of social media. I suppose if I can show you that this is what I've done before, and this is an area in your company that I feel that you might need my services for,
right? And
I can fill that gap for you.
Right. So it starts with proof of concept, proof of work.
For sure.
Call it a portfolio.
All right.
Or a sample reel, or a show reel, or a DP reel, whatever you want to call it. But in essence, it's a portfolio.
Okay.
Where do you get that portfolio?
I see what you're doing. I saw what he did to me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I have to create a portfolio first. That's in my mind, that's the best way to get a client. I mean, if he's your brethren, own a little coffee shop or whatever it is, and he's like, bro, me want to do something for you, or your brethren own a barber shop and you say, yo, bro, let me do some video for you. And I your brethren, and him know, say, you just buy a camera last week. Why am I going for? Even though you're brethren, him now fork out the money give.
Right. Man, get the friend discount.
Maybe if him see it after him say, yo, brother, I love this whole thing. But in essence, I started doing things for people I knew. Right? So I did a video for a friend I knew. I did a video for a client that was, he hired a friend of mine to do photography, and I was like, hey, the video? And he's like, oh, yeah, cool. And I said, let me do something for you. And it's like, all right, sure. So I did a couple of free jobs. in the more higher end level of commercial like production companies, they call it a spec shoot.
Okay.
Right, we call it free work or spec shoot.
Yeah.
But it's a spec shoot. It's in essence me doing this job to add to my portfolio and to prove to this client particular, hopefully, that hey, I could do great stuff for you. I'm doing this one as a sample or as a demo or as a spec shoot, but it has the dual purposes of being a portfolio piece for me that I can then take to other clients like you, like that company, and say, hey, this is what I did for XYZ. Mm-hmm. I can do this for you too.
Okay.
Right? If you have the added bonus of even showing what that piece of content did for the company, sometimes you don't have that benefit. But I've done stuff where I did a piece of content for a hair salon, for example, and that piece of content drove their views without any kind of boosting or promoting. That had something like 10 times their typical viewership and followership, right? I don't know the ins and outs as to what that converted into sales, but that's not necessarily my area of expertise, right? I can show you how I can create a good piece of content for you that shows your company, that presents your company in the best light.
Okay.
Right? So that's what the spec shoot, free shoot, sample shoot, demo shoot, whatever you want to call it. That's where you start. You do a couple for free. And then, like you said, you create the list of people who you think would pay for this. And then you start the reach out process. Now, the reach out process is many and different ways to do it.
All right. Take me through your process. I want inside baseball. Give me the deets.
Yeah, let me tell you how I do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Run the deets.
I know if this is the right way to do it. This is how I do it.
We're going to figure it out.
And I guess if I got clients that paid me, then it is the right way to do it. Or at least right way to do it. So the right way, how I did it is cold calls and cold DMs.
All right. So, guys, want to lock in right now. If we never did lock in before, lock in now. All right. Mm-hmm. When you cold call the people, what do you literally say? Do you have a script? Do you say...
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you say?
So, when I say cold call, I don't actually pick up a phone and call. Because I don't, like, where are going to get them number?
Okay, deception. What you mean?
All right. Let me break. When I say cold call, I mean cold walk in. Walk into the business place. I go up to them door, knock, press buzzer. Hello, receptionist. My name is Dwight Brown. I am a video producer. I'm a video production company. I'm a videographer. And I'm hoping to speak with the person who handles the marketing here.
Okay, so you ask specifically for the marketing
team. Because the receptionist, I go say no. Because she doesn't make the marketing decisions most of the time.
So that's the sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And even so, the receptionist or the front desk person or the secretary, they're very gatekeeping. They're very blocking.
Wary.
Yeah. They're like, you have to give me more information than that. Yeah. Like, how do I?
So how do you win them over?
Why would I call Miss Marsha to come out here and talk to you?
Right. So how do you win them over? Do you just show up well dressed, smell nice?
That helps.
Okay.
What I did in the beginning actually.
Beard.
Brother,
guys. Beard.
Soap. Your grandmother tell you,
Beard.
Cleanliness did take you through the world.
Yeah.
So, looking presentable, looking professional, don't look like no cruff. And this is art. This is going to offend some people.
Let's do it. I'm all for it. Let's do it.
I'm sorry. We're in Jamaica. I don't know the numbers for sure. But a lot of videographers in Jamaica, they start doing music videos.
Right.
A lot of them have the music video mentality. I don't know how to describe it really. But the culture of art, the music video mentality kind of adopt the dancehall culture. Because that's our primary music culture.
Yeah.
Right? It's dancehall and reggae, but I'd say 85-90% dancehall.
Right.
And we know what them talk about in a dancehall. We can sing about in a dancehall and the kind of dancehall videos. Right?
So that seeps into the approach.
It seeps into how them carry themselves because the man them are deal to dog them. You understand? The dog, you understand? Say you have to be a dog.
Yeah,
You understand?
Sure.
And nothing wrong with that, especially as a beginner, and even if you're a professional, if you are the biggest, baddest music videographer out there, shout out to them Monday.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy those. Those are entertaining.
Yeah.
I enjoy those videos, and they're great quality. A lot of them, right? But if you're moving into corporate, commercial type stuff, it's a different approach. So you can't show up like you show up on a dancehall set.
Got it.
You get me? So you show up professional. I'm a t-shirt and jeans guy, but the t-shirt and the jeans I go clean. The shoes I go clean. The teeth I go brush.
Nice.
And try for barber.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
Even though you can tell right now,
We struggling.
a little rusty.
But hey, we got to get his content.
But the workload, is a reflection of the workload. When it's clean shaven, that means I'm not busy. But
So,
I'm working on it. I'm working on my grooming. But anyways, if I'm going out to approach people, mega call me here.
Yeah.
Right.
You ask for the marketing department.
Yeah, you ask for the marketing respectfully and speak well. Speak like somebody who know them, like confident, right? You know what you can do because you've done it.
Sure.
Even though it wasn't paid, you've done it. And so you have something to bring to the table. You have value.
Okay.
Right? You can add value.
Exactly how much no's do you get doing this?
90%.
God.
If not more.
So be prepared for that, guys.
Yeah, is a 80 to 90% no rate.
Got you.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
And most of the no's, sometimes the no's build up your hopes, because sometimes the no's is a all right, let me give you a marketing officer email.
Yeah. Okay. Very coded, no?
I'm going through my memory because I've sent dozens, I don't know if I'm in the hundreds, but dozens of emails to these marketing personnels in these small to medium sized companies. And in some of the smaller companies, they will have a marketing person, so to speak, is the manager.
Right.
The manager does everything. I have probably received maybe 5 to 10% work from those emails that I've gotten, which is not even a bad number. And maybe this is me kind of guessing, but it could be higher, it could be low.
Yeah.
But I have gotten jobs from these emails.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that I have gotten more work when I speak direct to the person. I will usually walk with my phone or a tablet. A tablet is a little bit better, or a laptop. And I already have samples on it, video ready to play. So if she have 2 minutes, I can say, hey, assuming I got to speak with the marketing person, I can say, hey, this is some of the stuff I've done for this and this company, right? And I play the video. Bam, bam, bam. Ooh, I had an idea. So this is usually where the marketing officer says, all right, I had an idea to do something like this and blah, blah, blah. And, we have an event coming up and blah, blah, blah. And, and then that starts the ball rolling, right? Some of the times they'll be like, oh, I like your stuff. I like your work. I'm going to put you on a list, right? I don't like hearing that because a list means...
We'll call you.
We'll call you,
Yeah.
You ever approach a girl and she's like, let me take your number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all know it go. Man them know it go. At least the gentlemen know it go. The ladies, I want to know it though. I want to do it too. I want to do it.
Right. So just to recap, to keep you guys up to speed, do free work. Do work for people you know.
And when I say free art, I'm a company. I'm a business. A business has to do marketing. So if I were a video production company, I need to do marketing. I am calling my video production company, to do a marketing piece for me. So you follow where I go? Like, I am paying me to do a marketing piece, which is somebody else's job, for my company, for my marketing piece. So what that means is I'm not getting paid, so to speak. I am paying for marketing. I'm paying for a piece of advertisement. Is that confusing?
All right. So me I download. I download it. I say, all right. So let me see if I get this right. You
Is a marketing budget.
right. So your time and actual money spent is simply your company
Investing money in a marketing piece of content.
Okay, so
Portfolio piece of content.
So I described it inaccurately, where I would say just do free work.
Yeah.
Think of yourself as a company who has marketing spend, and part of that marketing spend involves some time
and effort and your equipment.
Right. And therefore, the return is yet to be seen from that potential client.
Right.
Okay.
So it looked free.
Got it. On the surface,
it
looks free.
Looked free, and that's why I wanted to make sure I have it.
Yeah. But the mindset is that you are making an investment play to garner
so
clients.
Doing it, I mean, it might sound weird, but I'm not doing it for the client who I'm doing it for free.
So
for them own mine.
My apologies, guys. So make sure that you are investing time and money and effort into building a portfolio.
Yes.
That is worthy of clients that you potentially want to work for.
That is exactly.
Then you make that list of clients, and then you bathe, brush your teeth, walk in, say to them, hey,
I can do this. I have done this for this company.
Yes.
For these companies.
And hopefully you get your foot in the door. Maybe you get put on a list.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, because I've been put on a list and I've gotten calls.
Great.
So it's a part of the I think they call it the marketing funnel or the advertisement funnel. It starts with this big old thing at the top where you reach out to, you walk into these,
and then you reduce
200 companies, and you get 20. You talk to 20 people, you get put on 10 lists, and you get 2 calls.
And then you get shortlisted.
Right? You get 2 calls, or you get 5 calls, and you propose a budget to all 5 of these calls, and you get 2 or 3.
So for the complaining people out there, I hear them screaming that, well, listen, I don't have enough soap or time in my day to walk up into these businesses. By the way, I would imagine that this is not, if this is something that you actually want to do, you'd make the time for it. But,
it's that simple.
But for the people out there who have the objection that they don't want to physically walk, is simply calling or emailing.
Yeah, I mean, I've also done that, right?
Cool.
It's just, where do you get the numbers from?
I guess public websites or...
Right, so the public website will send your number to the customer service rep or the front desk or the receptionist.
Got it.
And if the receptionist is gatekeeping in person,
it would be much more...
go doing on the phone.
Okay. So I assume... So for the email option that you've gotten clients from email reach outs.
Yeah.
So what do you say? What do you include in that email? Give us the deets there.
Well, it's a simple platform because nobody wants to read an epistle. So a quick introduction, Dwight from HD Media Productions, and I'm a videographer. I have over whatever years experience. If you don't have years of experience, don't say nothing about no years of experience. I've worked with quite a few brands in the medical field, creating video content for them, and I noticed your brand and was wondering if you guys had a need for such services, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we're in the AI age. You can ask Grok 4 or ChatGPT to help you formulate. I have to help you formulate these cold emails, right? These I can't remember the word they call it.
What, reach outs?
Reach outs. So yeah, I guess we'll just work with that.
Okay.
So you get a decent formulated thing. It needs to be short, and it needs to have a link to your work. Whether you're going to host on Vimeo, YouTube, Dropbox, wherever you want to host it. Okay. Having a website helps. It's an expensive investment. I was just about
to ask about that, but
yeah, it's sort of an expensive investment on top of an already expensive career path, because you're in essence paying money for
the domain name,
domain name and the website. This episode was sponsored by High Definition Media Productions. They provided lighting, cameras, audio, and renting the studio and all that kind of stuff. And so we're very grateful for them to be able to bring this episode to you. They handle video production, audio production, event coverage, corporate interviews, corporate events, video coverage, live streaming, live broadcast of your events to the cloud, to the internet. And so you can follow them. You can find them on Instagram at HD_media_productions. That's HD as in high definition, _media_productions. And you can email them at info@hdmediaproductions.com. So thank you, HD Media Productions, for sponsoring this episode.
So you do get jobs from reaching out via email.
Yes.
So after you keep it short, keep it spicy, you send a link to your work, which is usually a website. That is also an investment you can make if you are serious about this sort of thing. Should your link include socials?
Yeah, it can.
Okay.
It can for sure. You don't want to overshare too many parts of too many links, right?
Okay.
If you don't have a website, which I understand, like if you're going to start out, maybe you have to be, picky with your investments.
Would it be more effective if I sent like a specific video that is catering to the client's need as opposed to just sending them to my website?
So if you don't yet have a website, you could, I mean, I don't know if this is right or wrong, again, but you can just upload a video on YouTube and just leave it unlisted, and you can send that link to people.
You send that link, yeah.
All right. So if you don't want to pay for Vimeo, if you don't want to pay for Dropbox or a website, I think you should get there. Yeah. Maybe you don't start there, but you should get there.
Yeah.
Then that's a easy. I still do it actually. I have a website. I'll send them to my portfolio page on my website, but sometimes just for a quick click for them is just to send them a link to an unlisted YouTube video that I did.
Got it. Yeah. So you are now in the realm of securing that client. They've now agreed.
At least they know your name.
They know your name. But we're fast forwarding now. I'm curious now about we've gotten to confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've told you that they're willing to work with you, or they've shared an idea. What's the very first thing you do once you get that confirmation? Yes, verbally, or email, or call.
So they've hired you now.
Yes.
Right. They tell you about a project they want to work on. They hired you.
Yeah. Do we talk budget in the midst of trying to get them as a client, or do we talk about the project first?
I tried to get them on the phone or online meeting.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, we can definitely do back and forth emails, and I've gotten people who email me and say, hey, can you send me a quote for that? And I send them a quote, and get it.
Okay,
so out.
So the hire not happened yet.
Yeah. We're in the feeling out stage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. They like what you do. They think they have a job for you. Now we need to talk dollars. Talk to the people. All right. No, we're talking dollars. You need to have some kind of software that you can send a professional invoice from.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Don't just send them an email. It going to cost $50,000. Because why?
Okay, well, that is news to Shaquille. Remember, guys.
Again,
I'm genuinely a beginner.
Remember, if you're dealing with small businesses, it's fine to start there.
Okay.
Right? But I'm thinking you are trying to stand out. Remember, you're on a list. Mm-hmm. What stands out? What makes you stand out on the list?
Mm-hmm.
You're on the list. They probably asked 5 other people for a number, for a quote. If 4 out of 5 people send them an email with the number, and you send them an email with a PDF invoice with your logo on it, breaking down what you're doing, even if it's just event videography, with a number and an email and a contact, you're a little bit ahead. Again, professionalism, image, perception, client perception matters. So you're presenting yourself, hopefully, a little bit more professional than anyone else, than everyone else.
Yeah.
Right? You're doing the things that corporate companies respect.
Mm-hmm.
You have to speak the corporate language.
Sure.
Right? You have to know what pro forma invoice mean. You have to know what quote mean. You have to know the difference between quote and estimate. And you have to know the process. You have to know what a purchase order is, or a purchase order number. right? These are the conversations you're going to have. And obviously, we're in the internet world. You can literally do a quick Google search or chat GPT. I don't know. I don't want to talk software or whatever, but find a way to create a professional invoice.
Yes.
Right. You can use ChatGPT probably. You can use Canva, whatever it is. Just create a professional invoice that has your name, your logo, a way to contact you, and break down whatever you're putting in it. So you've sent a quote, right? And they're like, all right, cool. I like it. I love it. Let's do it. Right?
Do you send them quotes before you determine what their budget is, or do you do that in reverse? Do you say, what's your budget before you send them quotes?
That's why I like getting them on the phone. I like to be ahead of the game where I like to ask what your budget is. But sometimes clients are wary of that because they're like, oh, you're trying to feel out how much I'm willing to pay so that you can know what to charge. That means you don't have your rates fully set out. But and that's why I like getting them on the phone, because I'll say stuff like, hey, and before the numbers game, I want to get as much information about the project.
Yes.
So I want to know, and I have maybe I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I have a couple of questions I want to have answered, right? All right. So what is the scope of this video? What do you want?
Yes.
What do you want it to do?
Yes.
Where do you want to post it? Which will inform how I'm going to format it. Is it vertical or
landscape?
That word. How long is it? Is it a 30-minute final video or a 2-minute final video? Because that will inform how much time I'm going to need.
I don't hear people talk about this a lot, but what about like ownership? Because if I'm creating this content,
it's not maybe. So this is probably later on, but as early as you can, you want to develop a contract, an agreement.
Yes.
Right. So I have that.
Yes.
In my agreement, unless otherwise specified in writing, I own the content.
Right.
Right. I will send that to them with the invoice, with the quote. So with the quote comes the agreement. In the agreement, I own the content and I can use it for my own promotional uses.
Sure.
Right. Unless they say to me, hey, we want the rights to all of this and we want you to delete it after, in which I will let them know that comes at an additional cost.
I see.
You don't just get the content for free, because I don't know if people realize, but photography and videography content is the property of the photographer
who creates it. Yeah.
Right. And so usually for most people, it's not a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
But I've had issues. I've had instances where I didn't have the conversation up front. Yeah. And it's always harder having the conversation downstream than upstream. Yeah. Right. If you have the conversation upstream, well, we adjust the invoice if we need to, or some of the time I can be flexible too. I mean, maybe I'm giving away more than I need to. Maybe I'm losing. But if I really want to develop a relationship with the client, sometimes there's a give and take where they'll say, hey, we want exclusive rights to this content. And if we were already kind of touchy-feely about the budget and that kind of stuff, maybe I won't pressure and say, hey, I'm going to charge you more for the exclusive rights. Because as long as, for me, I'll tell them, hey, can I use this for promotional content? And I'm good with it, fine, you can have exclusive rights, but I will use it for promotional content, fine. But having an agreement, working out the kinks up front, helps. Here's another thing that you should definitely put in your agreement. I have lost hours and hours of time because of this simple clause in an agreement. How many versions of edits they get?
Ooh. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Talk to me.
You need to clearly, how I do it, this is maybe not, I think this is industry standard based off of people I've heard. Maybe not everybody does it, but you get 2 versions. You get 2 iterations. The first version is my understanding of what you asked for. That is one of the versions. You will then respond with any changes, any adjustments. All of that needs to be one communication. One time, guys. Because if I get started on that second version of iteration and I send that to you.
And the man say, you can't take out the music. Listen, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm going to use an analogy because analogies help. You see, if I bake a cake for you and you look at me and tell me, take out the eggs, brother, it's as if you're asking me to make another cake. Okay.
Brother, you're preaching, man.
Listen, if it is...
Can you just change the flour? Can you just change the kind of flour?
It's a fully formed cake. So if I were to take out the ingredients that are already mixed, you're asking me to
work like that.
You're asking me to make another cake.
In most instances, and obviously it's not the same for every single kind of video.
Yes.
But in most videos, or not maybe most, I don't even know. But in a lot of videos, we edit to some degree based off of the music. All right. If you're doing recap videos, highlight videos, lifestyle videos, real estate videos, a lot of those stuff are sort of edited to the beat. We cut to the beat, we call it, right? If you say change the video, if you say just change the music, we're changing the whole video.
Crazy.
We're going to have to readjust every single cut that we made.
Yeah.
Right? And so that is not just change the music. Is just re-edit the whole video.
Right. Which is why I like the fact that you have them on a call. You iron out what they expect.
And again, I said this to you one at a time. Pre-production saves your ass in post-production. Pre-production for me also includes sending them a couple of song choices.
Now you're talking game. Okay, now you're talking. I hadn't actually thought of that.
That's because I am the one editing. Most of the time, I'm handling the post-production.
I like that.
If I have a video editor as well, it's going to save his ass because he's going to know, all right, this is the song we chose, right? I don't necessarily put this in the clause, but I'm considering it to like say, hey, if like changing the music is a significant change, and so even that doesn't come, you don't get to change the music from the first version. Because if we agreed to the music up front, which I'm trying to get that done more and more,
yes,
is have a couple of song choices, send that to them and say, hey, pick one of these songs.
Yeah.
Right? And by the way, I'll probably just plug this in because I'm an affiliate member of audio.com. And so I will link an affiliate link for you, a discount link. You'll get a discount. I keep forgetting the figure. I think is a 20% discount or a 10%. Don't quote me. I'll find out and I'll put it in the description.
Yes.
But if
save your editor. Make them,
download some songs, and then even for me, even sometimes when I'm shooting with the song in mind
or the edit. Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking because I know it's maybe bass heavy or drum heavy or violin heavy or whatever, so I'm shooting to the mood of the music, right? So if I have the music choice picked already and the client has approved that song, then my post work edit is so much easier. So again, so we're back to the contract and we say, hey, revisions, you get 2 revisions. The first one is the one I got based off of what you said you wanted. This is what I created. And then in an ideal world, they hit you back with, oh, this is amazing.
Yes.
Wouldn't change nothing.
Yes.
In an ideal world.
But if they have feedback, you have to apply that feedback.
In a sub-ideal world, they'll say, I love it. Can you just add the logo to the end?
Got it.
Love you.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be the troublemakers who are going to say, hey, change this. I did one job. This was before I had this in my contract. Learn the hard way, guys. I learned almost everything the hard way. So this podcast, a big part of this podcast is helping you to not learn the hard way. Helping you to learn from some of my mistakes and some of other people's mistakes that I've learned from. But before I had that in my clause, my contract, I did one particular job. I regret it to this day.
Yeah.
I did 9 revisions.
Yeah.
And it's not, add a logo here, add a logo there. It's 9 revisions where they got the cut, they said they like it, and they say, all right, can you remove this particular shot? We don't like this one.
Yeah.
Cool. Remove that shot, send it to them. Oh, can you remove that particular shot? We don't like that one. And can you add the font? Can you just put words in? Can you just put words in? What does that mean?
It needs more.
I need more information.
Yeah.
Do you want what to tell what the information, what you want me to tell them what the event was about?
Yeah.
I don't want to come up with those words. I am not a scriptwriter. I am a video editor. I'm a videographer. So if you want words, tell me the words. Do you want captions? Do you want
a specific font, size,
all that kind of stuff? Is a conversation that you don't just so again, brother, I did 9 edits, 9 revisions, and each one I was getting sour and bitterer and bitterer, and I started to hate this client.
Yeah. I love that
because here's the thing. After I have sent, let's say, revision number 4, because they weren't very clear from the very first revision email that they wanted all of these things done. After I've sent no revision 4, the person I've been dealing with sends it to your manager,
who has a new slew
of edited versions, who then I'm like, all right, that was the manager, that was a person, so we don't know. Then them send it to them PR department, and the PR department has a whole slew of other things that need to be changed.
So do you outline in your contract who exactly is going to be reviewing your edits?
No, I outline in the contract how many revisions.
How many? Okay. And beyond that, you just charge them extra?
Beyond that is an additional charge.
Got you.
And it's not a $10 charge. It's a charge that make them going. It's enough to make them
it's
say,
a prohibitively high charge.
Yeah, it's not ridiculous and it's not murderous and it's not to punish them, but it is enough to give them pause to say, all right, let me make sure I'm clear with what I want to be revised, so that I don't have to ask for a 3rd revision and incur a fee. So it's enough to get them to pay attention. Got
it. So once you've locked in the job, you've agreed on a contract, moving on to the project. I don't know if I have enough time to, because we have a hard out in 12 minutes. Do we save that for another time, part 2, where we talk about mid project, things like changes that might happen on set. I don't know, location scouting, setting dates, location, drafting up release forms, that sort of thing.
You just got a preview to what's going to be in the next episode.
Yeah. So we're going to be looking at what happens during, after you've locked in the client. Now you need to go on the road. You need to determine what kinds of gear you're going to use. You need to determine where you're going to shoot it, how many people are involved. If there are going to be talent involved, then you need to determine release forms, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All that legalese needs to be sorted out. What needs to be on your gear checklist? Like what level of communication needs to happen between you and your client? I don't know if you phone call, WhatsApp, email, Slack, however it is that you communicate what yours you prefer. And then after the project is all done, after everything is in the can, then what's the feedback like? How do you get those people excited to work with you again, or refer you to more projects, that sort of thing?
That's next episode, guys.
That's next episode. But for now, hopefully you've followed. Hopefully you're able to apply some of the stuff that we talked about here in your own process. I don't have an outro. After all this time, I still don't have an outro.
This was a bit great podcast, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Again, we're working our way into the business side of things, and we have quite a bit more.
Yeah, I want some insider secrets. I need some industry stuff,
and then
hopefully we can get to talk to some actual people.
The next couple of episodes is not going to be me and my rambling. You'll probably hear somebody who knows a lot more than I do. So stay tuned. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all them nice stuff. Hit like, comment if you know a videographer friend who is beginning or starting out, or even deep in the industry. Send them this video. They might learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
Or maybe they can correct us in the comments.
Yeah. I know we didn't rate anything today, but I don't know. You can rate how much you going to keep coming back to this.
Yeah.
To get more content. So until next time.
Rate the video.
Yeah.
How about you guys give the Bitrate podcast
our rating?
Bitrate.
Exactly. How about you rate us?
Yeah. All right, guys. See you in the next one.
All right. Peace.